Got that on camera. Colm McGuigan, IFLTV, delighted to be joined.
Well, you got me missing.
Yep, on camera. Frank Smith, fresh trim today, Frank.
I did. I was trying to copy you, but my barber obviously wasn't blind. Obviously, had someone with proper sight. I don't know what you've done there.
Okay, so
What's the bit in the middle?
I have like a bit of a widow's peak, and he lined it out, but it was done over a week ago. So over a week it grows back, so I just need to get it lined out again. But I was very self-conscious about that coming out of the house today.
Sorry.
And now you've spoke about it.
Sorry, mate. But even then, it's still diagonal.
Can you stop? We've got people laughing now at the interview. Frank, I want to get your thoughts, first of all, on the success of Berlanga's performance at the weekend. We spoke very briefly after it, but real coming-of-age performance from Edgar.
Yeah, look, 100%. You know, he'd never been, as we said in that when we spoke on Saturday straight after, he's never been anywhere near that level. You know, Canelo Alvarez is the number one in the sport, and Edgar Berlanga went in there and the whole way through gave it his all. You know, he got outpointed, he lost the fight, but he'd never been anywhere near that. He would have learnt so much that night, and it's going to set him up for what's to come in the future. There's massive fights to be made and fights he can go and win. You know, so I'm excited about what's to come for him. He's really set himself up in the future of the sport to be a big star.
What did he say to you in the aftermath of it? Because a lot of people and a lot of the comments under the exclusive interview that IFL done with him was that Edgar Berlanga's, flipped the switch. He's changed at this stage of his career, and he really is going to become a world champion at some point.
Yeah, he just said he was happy. You know, look, he's a fighter. He doesn't want to lose, but at the same time, he knew the test and the feat he was going in against in Canelo Alvarez. So I think seeing the reaction that came from it, sets him up for the future. It gives him so much more experience. Who was the highest level opponent he'd been in with prior to that? And he went in there. He got dropped in the third round, but got straight back up, came out fighting. At no point did he retreat. No point did he stop coming forward. So yeah, look, he knows what's to come. He knows what's ahead of him. He's excited about what's ahead of him.
We'll get to this week, Frank. Probably the biggest in the UK of my lifetime. Maybe of your lifetime as well. How big is this event, first of all?
Yeah, look, I think we've had a gap with big shows not happening in the UK and big stadium shows. And 96,000 people at Wembley Stadium, for boxing is crazy. When you think back all those years, 80,000 for Froch against Groves, which Carl will never let anyone forget. 90-odd thousand for AJ against Vladimir Klitschko. I have to say, Joshua Klitschko was probably one of the best sporting events I've ever been at in terms of spectacle, in terms of everything around it. And yeah, look, it's going to be a huge night. It's a special place. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Two Brits coming together for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. And it's probably one of the most important fights in AJ's career as well, in terms of the timing of it and what it sets up. So yeah, it's huge. It's huge to be back here in the UK for a massive night like this. And as well, the added side of it being a Riyadh season card, which not just the undercard, but the production, the show, everything around it is just another level. We saw that when they came to LA. Everything they do is on another level, and this will be no different.
Are we going to see Oasis?
I don't know. You know as much as me.
Frank, I want to talk to you a little bit about Anthony Joshua's mindset. Someone who really has been critiqued from the very beginning of his career. You know him more than most. In your conversations with him leading up to this week, how has it been? And do you feel that AJ maybe has flipped the switch as well at this stage of his career to say that, this is it, I am going to become world champion again?
He's always been an individual that wants to grow, improve and learn. He wants that. And I think now you're seeing everything, all of the past learnings, everything's coming together. And I think you're seeing the most complete AJ as a whole, as a fighter, in mind, everything. He's been through hard times. He's been, the whole way through his career, he's been judged. Everyone's got a view. Everyone's got an opinion. He's finished. He's this, that, he's that, the other. Look at where he's come back to. Look at where he is right now. He's one fight away from being the man in the division again, where everyone's talking about his name and everyone wants to fight him. So, I think he's in a great place. He's a great person as well. There's a lot of people in the sport that I wouldn't want to talk to when I left boxing. Anthony Joshua is not one of them. He's been loyal from the start, and he's been a good person. He's just a nice bloke, and you don't get many of those. So, yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for him, because to have been on that long journey, all those years, 12, 13 years together, and look, we've played a small part in why he is what he is, but we still played a part and still been part of that journey. So to see him go and become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world is going to be a special moment and sets up, like I say, some huge things next year.
When you say, you know, about him being a nice guy and things like this, Dubois really is someone who expects to get a win this weekend. A lot of people are saying that Daniel Dubois might knock Anthony Joshua out. How would that affect AJ's career, and how would that affect his plans going forward? Because, like you and everyone else is thinking, the potential Fury fight that's coming up.
Look, I think it's a tough fight. It is a tough fight, but I think Anthony Joshua is too experienced for Daniel Dubois. There's one thing he's focused on, and that's winning this fight on Saturday night. He's not looking beyond that. Boxing's a crazy sport. You're written off left, right, and centre. You know, Daniel Dubois was written off after the Joe Joyce fight. Came back from that. You know, I think Anthony Joshua's favourite. I think he deserves to be favourite, and I think Daniel Dubois has been nowhere near this kind of spectacle and this kind of event, and it's gonna get on top.
On AJ's side, is there a rematch clause potentially for a rematch if Daniel Dubois was to say get the win?
No.
So that would be it, and then where would potentially AJ go from there? I'm only asking the question.
No, I mean there's no point looking on either side, is there? We've done so much talking about what happens if he wins over the years, like so much talking, and things have never quite gone to plan. What's the point in talking about if he loses? He's got to focus on Saturday night. It all comes down to Saturday night, and we go from there. The heavyweight division's alive and kicking. There's fights to be made, win, lose or draw. People want to see great fights, but the focus is getting the win Saturday night, becoming a 3-time heavyweight champion.
Last one from me. I just want to ask you about Matchroom's schedule going forward. Boots has put out a little Instagram post last night saying that incoming news. Are we expecting a Philadelphia announcement?
I'm waiting for it now. Wait, let's see.
Well, can you give us the information? Because this isn't going to go out until after that's out anyways.
No, because it might not go out until tomorrow.
Okay.
But there will be an announcement very soon.
Will Bam Rodriguez land on that? Because Eddie teased in my interview that Bam Rodriguez will also land on the East Coast, so I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Bam's not Bam Rodriguez. Oh, you mean Jesse Bam Rodriguez? I thought you meant Bam v Rodriguez. Maybe, let's see. I don't know. Why do you want to spoil every surprise? Why do you and Eddie want to spoil everything?
I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just trying to get the questions out that the fans want. But one more. If that wasn't to happen there, would Jesse Bam Rodriguez fight before the end of the year if he's not on that Philadelphia card?
Plans for Jesse to fight, plans for Jaron Ennis to fight, plans for Richardson Hitchens to fight, plans for Ray Ford to fight. All of these guys are going to fight this year.
Not all on the same card though, right?
Huh?
Not all on the same card?
No. But they're all going to fight this year.
Frank Smith, thank you, mate.
Holly.